see if we can tag some people. And I don't own the rights to that music. I guess you have to say that, or they mute what you're saying. I don't own the rights, but I sure love it. Let's see if we can tag some folks. Don't even know if I have to. What's up, sister? Whew. Whew. If I cry, forgive me. Today seems to be one of those days. When I just read that, it hit me. Let me see if I can turn this music off. Closer to the Sun by Slightly Stupid. Woo! Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Family, world, everyone. I'm going to get real. I had, I got all these teachings and stuff that it's been given to me. I don't even know how many, thousands of them. I admit I'm a deep thinker. I go in and it's kind of part of my unique purpose, the unique expression that I am. What's up, Robert? Good to see you, brother. Really good to see you. Anyway, so I talk about a lot of stuff about being able to set the vibration for the day, and about being able to capture the thoughts that I want to entertain, being the generator, operator, and director of my world and my reality. So everything seems cool. That's all I talk about. Oneness, being one with and as, Christ in and as, conscious life energy in and as. You are God, God is you, God is all. God is source, God is origin, God is love, light, life, creator of all life, the source of all life in which we are. Expressions of this beautiful, very beautiful, unique, very beautiful, 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 undescribable, infinite, eternal energy that we are. And we've always been, which is really cool. But, no matter how much I talk, I'm my biggest teacher and preacher. I'm preaching to myself, because throughout life I've dealt with extreme adversity, and I've dealt with extreme rejection, and I've dealt with feelings of aloneness and being different, not being understood, and I've dealt with feeling unloved. So, just getting real. This is real, I'm not some dude walking around that's got it all together, or, that's manifesting bread. I've seen the truth, and I believe it, in immortality and abundant life. I've seen that we've been operating unnaturally, you could say, outside of who we truly are. We've been operating and tilling the ground. We've been laboring and striving. We've been, I've been trying to do everything in my own mental and physical abilities, and trying to make things happen, and so, this morning I woke up and I just felt off. I woke up that way. I woke up feeling kind of anxious, sad, depressed. And see, I'm on my second divorce. This is real. I'm being transparent. I've been a alcoholic. I've been an addict. I've been a womanizer. I've hated. I've been angry. I've been hurtful. I've hurt others. Never liked it, but I have. I've been a very mean guy at times. I used to fight all the time. And I would be scared to fight because I would get so angry and enraged that I would black out. And then I would think, gosh, did I kill him? are they in the hospital? I've had times where I've been in fights and the next day I've called around all the hospitals looking for the person. Just real. I've been arrested 18 times over my life, or maybe more. Before I was 21, I was arrested 18 times. I've been that guy. And so I've been in the dark. Dark. I've been broke. I've been homeless. I've been bankrupt. I've dissolved companies. I've started companies. I've chased after visions and dreams. I've tried to make them happen. I've been run out of towns. I've been banned from the church. My family. Run out of my hometown. Lost jobs. Lost friends. Because of the things I talk about somewhat. And I don't shut up. I ain't giving up. I cry over hurting people. I was crying this morning. I'm divorced. I just recently went through a divorce, and I don't get to see my kids like I used to. I lost the whole custody thing. I didn't lose it. They just, in Alabama, they make the decision mainly towards the woman, and that's okay. It's just where they're at, and you know, they get paid to do it, and to make orders in favor of child support. So, of course, the man pays child support. And so I don't only get to see my kids like every other weekend. So this morning that's why I was feeling low. And I couldn't seem to gather myself. So what did I do? This is what I really want to talk about, because I think this will help some people. And it really helps to see that, you know, people that seem so hyper spiritual and like we got it all together. We're always putting these messages out and stuff, and like we got it all together, and you know, we don't have issues. Man, we got issues. But I told you all those things that I've been. I've also loved people extremely, and I have fought for unity and harmony. I see it. I'm a visionary. I see something that seems to be way out there. And it hurts because it seems as no one's really experiencing it. And if people are really real, they'd be honest. And they talk about their shit a little more. I love Brian Christian because he's not scared to share it. And he uses it. But see, all those issues, all those things that I dealt with, all those circumstances and situations and all those things I've overcome, it's so I can help others, you know? And all those things were now I see as like my wisest teacher, the adversary. One of, if not the wisest teacher, pointing me to who I am, uniquely now. Now, we can say all day long, I am that I am. I am that I am. You are God. But who uniquely are you? Let's not get lost in that. See, externally, things and people can point you to who you are. People that feel like, you know, people are coming against you. Or, you know, one of my greatest fears growing up and up until I was about 38 was speaking in front of people. I could sell. I could walk into a project and sell the project just like that. They would sign on the dotted line like I didn't have to try. But if I had to give a presentation, I remember in the Army I was asked to give a briefing on convoy operations going up in Iraq. For everybody that was going to be going up in Iraq, we were waiting to come home after the war. And I was asked to give the briefing. Actually, it was handed down to me. My first sergeant handed it to my platoon sergeant gave it to me. And because I was so scared to get up there and speak, I handed it off to one of my soldiers. And then as I got out, I would take things. I would take pills and things to help me where I could speak. I could never be the leader I was born to be until I faced that. But that adversary telling me that I couldn't speak, I would even have periods where where words wouldn't come out. It was that extreme. And then my body would shake, and my face would shake, and and so I didn't want to speak in front of people because I was scared that was going to happen. It's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But see, that was my wisest teacher as to uniquely who I am, because I am a great communicator, and I'm a great speaker. And that's not arrogance, that's confidence. I see who I am. But and God has told me these things consistently. I've heard it from within. And it started with the word, and the fire shut up in my bones, and my words like a fire in your mouth, and people are like in the wood. And people, Alec, you'll walk in the rooms and people will get healed and set free, and they'll wake up, and it's the presence, and things happen, and things will happen. And when you speak, lights come on in people every time. It's part of who I am uniquely. But all these things were pointing me to this. And so this morning I woke up, I talk about, man, set the tone. Use breathing. Use anything you got to use. Use whatever you got to use why? To encounter and experience who I truly am, my natural state of being, which is one of rest and repose and peace, tranquility, love, harmony. So what happened though is I started getting into the have-nots. Oh, I only get to see my kids every other weekend, instead of, man, I get to see my kids this weekend. Oh, I have to pay child support, instead of I'm able to give back. Oh, this world is tangling me up. The more business I do, the more money I spend, the more taxes I pay, instead of, oh, I have work coming in. Thank you. So I got my eyes on the external, and I started to feel low. So what did I do? Well, I seem to have gone through this process this morning. And where it was, I cried. And as I was crying, what's up, Chris and Heather? As I was crying, I got brought back to when, man, I'm emotional today. I got brought back to when I heard Jesus speak to me audibly, out of thin air, it seemed like. And I later learned it was within me. It was me. But what I remembered in this place, because I was crying, man, I was like, what in the world? I don't like this. What's going on? I don't like this situation. I don't like to be at odds with people. I don't like to be at odds with my ex-wife. I don't like that at all. I want peace and harmony and love. I'll burn for it. And I'm going to plug this in while I'm talking. I got brought back, and all of a sudden, I remembered what Jesus said to me. Jesus, as I was lying in the bed, and I just told God I was about to kill myself. That was in 2012. Have I thought about killing myself since then? Yes. Have I been so tired and exhausted and just beat up? Yes, I have. Have I had, and some of the most hurtful things that have been said and even done, has it made me want to crawl under a rock and just disappear? Yes. Has it made me want to run back to the way I was? Yes. Have I tried? Yes, I have. But I can't. So I remembered this morning and this is what I want to talk about. Just, Alec, this is what I heard. I heard it all over again like I was there again. Alec, just ask me for help. So what did I do? I said a little prayer out loud that I learned in AA. Have I been to AA? Yes. Have I worked the steps? Yes. So I cried out and I said, Father, please do for me what I can't do for myself right now. And I'll tell you, part of me is I feel everything. So it started with just feeling like people next to me. And then it got to where I could feel everybody in restaurants and stuff. I could feel their pain. And now it's like I feel the pressure people are under. And I hate it. And it's very hard to discern, is this me? Yes, me, because we're one. But the issue is I think something's wrong with me. And there's not. Absolutely nothing. I talk about it all the time. All the time. And I'm still dealing with this stuff. You know? So what did I do? I cried out and I said, Father, help me. I'm seeing something outside of you. I'm not seeing something clearly. I can talk about these things all day intellectually. I can understand them and know them. But until I experience it, all I'm doing is talking. All you're doing is talking. Oh yeah, I'm love. What? How come I ain't feeling love? I'm being real here. You know? I'm just taking you back through what I went through this morning. It didn't last long now. It didn't last long. But I went through that. I want people to see that. You know? I don't have all my shit together. I'm learning. Just like everybody else. All of us. We're in this thing together. And we need to see that. So I cried out and I said, help me, please. Give me some direction. Help me, please, you know. And then I started remembering all the things I talk about. Change it up. Just physically change up the program. Get up. Alec, get up. What did I do? I'll tell you what I did. I shut everything down. I sent Josh, my brother, and who also works with me, a message. And I said, Josh, I'm taking the day off, man. I got to get refocused. I got to get my head right. I took the day off. That's the first thing I did. I got up. I took the day off. I went and took a shower because I remembered in the shower, sometimes I hear so clearly in the shower. So I went and took a shower. And in the shower, I heard, go get a haircut. Sounds crazy. This is what I'm getting to here. Why? When I get a haircut, it helps me to feel good. People say, well, you shouldn't need external things to feel good. Well, I don't care, because if I want to feel good, I'm going to go get a haircut. clean my truck, make my bed. I feel better when I do those things. I could break it down and tell you why, but I don't need to. Just change it up. Change it up. If you can't call into work, change something up. What did I do? And I started remembering, what is my purpose to be here? What is your purpose? I'm the visible expression of the invisible, infinite, eternal God, source, love, light, life. I'm the great encourager. I'm a speaker, an informed communicator. I break stuff down and put together little teachings. I encourage people everywhere I go, and I smile and I help lift people up everywhere I go. That's what I do. I'm kind. I'm loving. I'm peaceful. I love extreme love and forgiveness. I've been done dirty and wrong. If I shared stories with y'all, it would flip you out. I have been wronged tremendously, but I forgive. I let it go and I forgive every single time. And I continue to love because I've seen this hope. I've seen it. I feel it. It is ingrained in my very DNA. It is who I am. Who am I? I'm the protector of the truth of mankind. I carry the truth. When I speak, people wake up to this truth. I am God's flame. I carry the very idea of God, the knowledge of God, God's knowledge of itself. So I got up, I changed it up. I heard, go get a haircut. I said, yes, I feel better when I get a haircut. What else? I'm going to go work out. Yeah, I feel better when I work out. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to encourage people. I'd stopped doing what I'm here to do. I'm going to do a teaching. I'm going to get real. I'm going to use my gift to speak. I'm going to go encourage some people as I grocery shop. I'm going to go grocery shopping for my kids. I'm going to go buy my kids some new shoes. And as I go, I'm going to encourage. I'm going to heal the sick. I'm going to lay hands on people and pray. Why? Because I believe in it and it works. I'll pray in Jesus' name. I know what it means. Why not? Let somebody experience God. Let somebody experience love. Let me put these hands on somebody. Let me grab somebody up and hug them. Let me tell somebody I don't even know that I love them, because I do. So I changed it up. I remembered. Alec, you're not in business. I started thinking I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not fully doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I haven't been able to. I know there's more out there. I know there's this thing where I walk off and it's full time. Teaching, speaking, loving, and that's it. But I just have not been able to do it. I have not known how. My mind still tells me I won't be able to support my kids. I won't be able to pay child support and all that. And that's okay, see? It's unfolding. We're being brought into this place of trust. Many people have gone through it. Heck, Elijah lopped off, 400 heads of false prophets. I know it all means something. It's all symbolic, and I know that. But when I see that, and then he gets one little, and then he hears that the queen's going to kill him, and he goes off all depressed with his head down. Jeremiah, they all did it. Everybody. Paul said until we came to the brink, we thought we were going to die. We learned, what did he say? We learned to trust God. The eye within the eye within me. That intuition. See, we were never meant to be led around by our five senses. Those five senses were meant to experience this physical, this visible realm. We were meant to be led by our intuition, our gut, the voice of God, the knowing. But we've been taught to live externally, and we have thought. We've been taught, we've been conditioned and programmed who we are. So what if you don't look like the woman on the billboard or the man on the billboard? You weren't meant to be like that. We're all, look at nature. Everything is a unique expression of our source. Beautiful. But they all have different uniqueness. All the same, the source is uniqueness, so it's all the same source, but we all have these different patterns and different, specific reasons we're here, but most of us aren't doing it because we've settled and we've been taught and programmed and conditioned, and we have thought that we are something else. What we've been taught and thought ourselves to be is someone else's purpose. How do I find my purpose? Well, look at those things that I've called problems or issues or that is pointing you to who you are. I never finish things coming up. I would self-destruct them. Why? Because I'm a finisher. I start things and I finish them. But because I never finish things, see, that adversary was pointing me to the truth of who I am uniquely. I help people understand how to get started in this walk and how to finish. So look, I was depressed this morning. Am I depressed now? No, I'm not. Am I crying and stuff? Yeah. Why? Because it's moved me. I feel it. I've seen it. So I'm not just doing roofs. I'm being sent to people, to families, to all kind of different people. It's not about the roof I'm putting on the house. It's about what's inside the house. I'm being sent. I forgot. I'm being sent everywhere I go. Why? Because I have something to give them. Remember Jesus sent them out with nothing at all? I used to think, man, and then when they came back, they were all happy, man. They were healing the sick, and yeah, emotions are. You're right. Feel it all the way through, Don't suppress it. Part of the reason I'm getting real here. I'm changing the program up. I'm aware. So part of the reason Jesus sent them out with nothing at all, they came back and they were all happy. They healed the sick and they were casting out devils, mindsets. And, they were all happy about it. Man, your name, man, things move. And, he said, when he sent them out, he said, don't take anything. He said, when you go to a house, you release your peace. If they don't receive your peace, take your peace back and dust yourself off. And just move on down the road to the next house. Well, so they're going and they're doing what they've been purposed to do in that moment. Their mind was only set on that. So did they lack anything at all? No. When they came back, they were all happy about this and that and that. And there's one question. This has been on me for a long time. He asked them. He said, "Look, be happy that your names are written in the book of life." Okay, but then he said, "When I sent you out with no thing at all, did you lack anything?" They said, "No thing." We lacked no thing at all. Why? Because they were focused on the mission and the purpose. They weren't focused on what they didn't have, and everything just came to them. Everything just came to them. But if you get your eyes on what you don't have, you'll lack because you think you lack. You'll be low. You'll lower your vibration and your frequency, your energy. You'll be all low and depressed and all that stuff like I was this morning. So I refocused. And I repurposed. I set my mind above once again. I overcame. Why? Because I'm overcoming. I don't give up. I'm not going to stop. I can do all things through Christ, who is me. Conscious life energy. I can bring forth the very energies of God. Everything right now is perfect. You're in the right place at the right time, doing the right things. You've done enough for everything to unfold. You don't have to do anything else. Rest. It's naturally who you are. You are powerful to choose and to believe. You have a powerful imagination. Use it. You are love. You are light. You are life. You don't have to be that or become that. You are right now. You are the light body. You are the butterfly. You are the swan. You are the source of all life expressed visibly. Your inner essence and your outer essence is source, God, creator. You are here to spread the love until all experience, encounter, remember, see that they are who they've always been, that we are one family in harmony. That there will come a day, there is a day coming, there is a day coming where all will live in love and harmony. There'll be no more violence. There'll be no more suffering. There'll be no more pain. And people say, well, it's already. There's people still suffering. There's people still killing people. There's still violence going on, and there's still war going on. So what do? We keep our eyes on the prize. We keep our eyes on the vision and get our eyes off of all that stuff I was just talking about. Not that we don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. But what good is that doing for me to continuously talk about that? It's not. Let's talk about peace. Let's talk about love. Goodwill, and peace and goodwill towards all. That's the prophecy. Let's unite in synergy with that. They will beat their tools of war into gardening tools, pruning hooks and plowshares. No more war. Peace on earth. Harmony. And what else did I do? I'll tell you what else I did. I reached out to two of my brothers. I did. I reached out to Jason Roach because he encourages me and I encourage him. And I reached out to Cyrus. Cyrus was the first I reached out to. I asked him for prayer. That's okay. It is okay to ask for prayer. It is okay to admit that you're struggling a bit. It is okay to admit you're depressed and you don't feel good and you need some help. It's okay. I asked God first because I remembered, help me. Ask for help. So I cried out and asked. And then I reached out and asked for prayer. And Cyrus sent me the most beautiful prayer on voice message. And I encountered, I experienced the presence of God, of love, of power, of strength, just all over my body. When I read Noel said, brother, it touched me. I felt it. I felt it. So if you're hurting or anything like that, I mean, think about what I just said. There are things that you can do. You can. You don't have to just sit there in the muck. I got up. I got out. I changed the program up. I did some things that helped me feel better. I asked for prayer. I cried out and asked for help. And everything's okay. I'm back on track. I'm preaching the gospel. There's nothing wrong with preaching the gospel. There's nothing wrong with praying in Jesus' name. There's nothing wrong with asking Jesus for help, for Father for help, or whatever you want to call it. The universe, life, whatever. Love, help me. Life, help me. Nature, help me. Please, universe, move and work in my favor right now. I need something now. I need a now experience. And you won't ever be let down. You reach out to somebody that's going to love you. And that's going to encourage you. That's going to pray with you. That's going to help you see clearly. Because everything's okay right now. Matter of fact, everything's perfect. So I love you all. Just felt like I wanted to get real with people so they know, I'm not some master spiritual guy walking around that's walking on water and stuff. We are walking on water, but that's another story. Are we moving towards probably some pretty cool stuff like that? Yeah. But what I've seen is the whole individual thing, where there's been one man that's been up there healing everybody and prophesying and all that kind of thing. That's gone. We're in the till we all moment. Till we all, not one above another. Till we all come. Till we all come. See, a leader brings everybody along and leads from the front. I learned that in the Army. A leader doesn't eat before his soldiers have eaten. And if there's not enough, you don't eat. Your soldiers eat. A leader brings everybody along, brings the whole flock along, and shares and teaches everything that they're learning. How have I learned to stay in peace? I've had extreme adversity where I haven't been in peace. Believe me. I had to learn to stay in peace, how to bring myself into this place. The things I share are things I've experienced and encountered. It's not just some intellectual knowledge. It's things I have heard. It's things I have encountered. It's things that I've walked through. And then what do? I share it with others. Why? Because my heart is that all can walk in wholeness and health and strength and happiness and peace. So I love you all. It's who I am. I've never been one to hold back. I should even share the ugly. Y'all have a great day today. I got to get to the grocery store. Peace. Love you all.